Five Kingdoms Sky Raiders by Brandon Mull. Book 1. Chapter 1. Halloween. Weaving down the hall, Cole avoided a ninja, a witch, a pirate, and a zombie bride. He paused when a sad clown in a trench coat and fedora waved at him. "Dalton?" His friend nodded and smiled, which looked weird since his mouth was painted into a frown. "I wonder if you'd recognize me." "It wasn't easy," Cole replied, relieved to see that his best friend had worn an elaborate costume. He had worried that his own outfit was too much. They met up in the middle of the hall. Kids streamed by on either side, some dressed for Halloween, some not. "Ready to score some candy tonight?" Dalton asked. Cole hasted. Now that they were sixth graders, he was a little nervous that people would think they are too old to go door to door. He didn't want to look like a kindergartner. "Have you heard about the haunted house on Wilson? The spooky alley house?" Dalton clarified. "I heard it had live rats and snakes." Cole nodded. "The guy who moved in there is supposed to be a special effects expert. I guess he worked on some big movies. It might just be hype, but I keep hearing amazing things. We should check it out." "Yeah, sure, I'm curious," Dalton said. "But I don't want to skip the candy." Cole thought for a minute. He had noticed some sixth graders trick-or-treating in his neighborhood last year. A few kids had looked even older. Besides, did it matter what anyone else did? Okay. A few kids looked besides matter what anyone else thought. If people were handing out free candy, why not take advantage? They already had costumes, okay? We can start early. That'll work. The first bell rang. "Class would start soon. See it," Cole said. Later, Cole walked into his classroom, noticing that Jenna Hunt was already at her desk. Cole tried not to care. He liked her, but not in that way. Sure, in the past, he might have felt excited and scared whenever she was around. But now, she was just a friend. At least that was what he kept telling himself as he tried to take his seat behind her. He was dressed up as a scarecrow that had been used for archery practice. The feather shafts projecting from his chest and side made it tricky to sit down. Had he ever had a crush on Jenna? Maybe, when he was younger. During second grade, the girls went through a phase when they ran around trying to kiss the boys at recess. I have been disgusting, like tag, except with cooties involved. The teachers had been against it. Cole had been against it too, except when it was with Jenna. When she was chasing him, a secret part of him wanted to get caught. It wasn't his fault. He kept noticing Jenna during 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. She was too pretty. He wasn't the only one who thought so. She had modeled in some catalogs. Her dark hair had just the right amount of curl, and her thick eyelashes made her eyes look made up. Even when she wasn't wearing makeup, he sometimes used to daydream about older jerks picking on Jenna. In his imagination, he would come along and save the day with a burst of bravery and action movie karate skills. Afterward, he would be forced to suffer through her tearful thanks. But everything had changed at the start of 6th grade. Jenna had not only ended up in his class, but by pure chance the seating chart had placed him directly behind her. They had worked together on group projects. He had learned to relax around her, and they had started to talk regularly and make jokes. She had turned out to be cooler than he had hoped. They were actually becoming friends. So there was no reason for his heart to pound just because she was dressed up like a Cleopatra. A graded test sat on top of his test, a circled 96 in red ink proclaiming his success. Test waited on the other empty desk as well. Cole tried not to spy on the other scores, but he couldn't help noticing that his neighbors got 72 and an 88. Jenna turned at him. She rode a wig of limp black hair with ruler straight bangs. Dramatic makeup accentuated her eyes. A golden cricket with a snake at front served as her crown. "What are you?" she asked. "A dead scarecrow?" Close. Cole replied, "I'm a scarecrow that got used for target practice." "Are those real arrows?" "Yeah, but I broke off the tip. Halloween or not, I figured they would send me home if I brought sharp arrows to school." "You aced another test. I thought scarecrows weren't supposed to have brains." "I wasn't a scarecrow yesterday. I like your costume." "Do you know who am I?" Cole scrunched his face as if she would stumped him. "A ghost?" Jenna rolled her eyes. "You know, right?" He nodded. "You're one of the most famous ladies in history. Queen Elizabeth. Wrong country." "I'm kidding, Cleopatra." "Wrong again. Are you even trying? Seriously?" "I thought I knew for sure. I'm Cleopatra's twin sister." "You got me." "Maybe I should have come as Dorothy." "All shot up with arrows," Jenna said. "Then we would have matched. We could have been the sadder ending to the Wizard of Oz. The ending where the wizard turns out to be Robin Hood." Lainey Palmer sat in the desk next to Jenna's.